Now, in the European system of initiation from the Middle Ages, which we refer to today as the Holy Grail system of initiation, which unfortunately has been almost forgotten and has been greatly distorted in representations in recent times. This original Holy Grail system of initiation, the term Grail, comes from the root gradalis, which means gradual. That means that whenever you are doing work toward expanding your spiritual or energetic healing capacities, that these develop in a gradual format, because it requires an entrainment process of daily practice, whether with meditation for spiritual purposes or with energetic practices for healing purposes, for your energy system to begin to adjust and connect to and entrain to the particular vibrations that are needed for that practice. Unfortunately, today there are some energetic systems that offer to their students a certification to practice after only a 1 or 2 day initial course. And of course, things simply don't work that way. You cannot be a master of a method, no matter what transmissions are given, in just 1 or 2 days. It requires regular, dedicated practice to become expert in a particular method. And so always bear in mind, in this work and any other body of work, that what you learn when you are physically in the training, or in this case taking the online class, is how it works and how to practice. But it's only your daily practice that's going to give you real skill here. I want to make sure that the people that take this course don't simply watch the videos or read the text and do a couple of initial practices and then think that they really have skill in this work. It doesn't happen that way. It needs regular, dedicated daily practice, and then you will find that you entrain your subtle body to a very deep level, and you'll start perceiving all these different qualities of the invisible vibrational world around you in a much more stable and dependable way. Number 7, remember as you are doing this work to relax and to enjoy the process. Don't just focus on the goal. This will take you much further than having a stressful attitude toward the work, or being too focused just on the final goal of the work. If you take care of the process, the end goal will take care of itself. You will never have to worry about the end goal if you are fully immersed and conscious during the process itself. So if you do the practices in a way that is completely conscious, and you are totally immersed in the vibration and the feeling and the perception of what you are doing at the time, then you are guaranteed the correct result at the end. And enjoy that process as you're going through it. That is everything. Don't just be focused on the final goal. It will take care of itself. Number 8, this work is for your personal exploration. You do not have to prove yourself to anyone or try to convince any skeptics. Often, if you are doing this type of work and you get excited about it, you'll start talking about it with people that you know in your life. And you'll start finding that many of the people that you know are extremely skeptical about anything that has to do with subtle energies, or energy healing, or even the existence of anything beyond the physical plane. And you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You'll develop the highest level of skill if you simply are doing it for yourself. You don't need the validation of any external person. You don't need the approval, the acceptance, the understanding of other people in your life. You may like to have it, but some people, when they call themselves skeptics, they don't mean that they're a skeptic with an open mind. What they really are in many cases are skeptics as almost a type of religious belief in the dogma of physical materialism. Nothing you could ever do will convince them that there is anything beyond the physical plane. Nothing will ever convince them that you can actually change yourself to perceive an invisible world around us and to expand in that way. That whole concept may be threatening to their entire worldview, to their entire sense of self, and they will oppose it. So don't make the common mistake of needing the acceptance or validation of highly skeptical people in your environment to do this work. It doesn't matter what their opinion of it is. The important thing is that you know there is something here, and that you will go into it for yourself, because in the end it's going to be your own energy system and consciousness that gets transformed. And what you'll actually find is that once you transform yourself to the correct level, people around you, even if they were highly skeptical in the beginning, will start to accept it at a deeper level because they see the effect it has had for transforming you. Number 9, remember to test yourself regularly on the laminated charts that we showed you, so that you can be certain that you are not picking up any detrimental vibrational information in your energy system through doing any of these types of practices, particularly when you are testing things with detrimental energy qualities. And so when you're testing detrimental energy fields, you may be working with people who have detrimental energies in their own body or energy field because they are ill. This is true for all healers. Any healer who is working with sick people or sick energetic spaces has to always be conscious of not picking up those toxic vibrations into their field. So the methods that we showed you in the personal wavelength class, the same methods used by the European medical doctors in medical radiesthesia, although again we make absolutely no medical claims for this course, that's simply a historical fact that it was used by these people in that way. You go through the anatomy charts in the way that we've shown you, the charts of the energy meridians of the body, acupuncture points, etc., and find when it first begins any disturbance in your energy system. When it first appears in your energy system, it is extremely easy to remove. But if you let it stay for too long, it'll begin to move more deeply into your energy field, into the physical body, and manifest as an actual physical disturbance. So if you can identify the disturbance very quickly after it enters the field, it can be quickly and easily removed. Now the 10th principle, which is one that we've added to what we gave you in the personal wavelength class, is to always bear in mind when we're working with the universal vibrational spectrum, the divine source of these energies. You will find that if you always keep a deep understanding of the greater spiritual and divine purpose and source of all the work that we are doing with vibrations, that your work will be much more effective in a healing sense for people, and it will also be much more powerful for transforming you into a new person, transforming your consciousness, transforming your energy field to a higher state that can be a permanent transformation. That's why this was referred to in ancient traditions, like in the Chinese Taoist tradition, as internal alchemy. It is a permanent state of consciousness or energetic transformation that will stay with you even past the gate of death. That's highly significant.